Hello. After a little hiatus, I'm getting back to some of my keywords, um, kind of educational videos for me as much as for anyone else. The see one, do one, teach one. So today is Mercury, the planet. So we're going to talk about some basic keywords for Mercury, just to get a kind of a broad overview of the planet, how it can affect people. So it's definitely known as the planet of communication, but and it's very talkative. So along with that, though, being a communicator, it's known as the planet of intellect, of being smart, the brainy kids in school. I always say that my third house is like the Breakfast Club because I have a stellium there in Pisces. Venus, Molly Ringwald, is really comfortable at her friend Emilio Estevez's house with all the cool popular kids. But when she gets there, Leah's not home. She goes into the living room and sees Judd Nelson, who's kind of Saturn, and Anthony Michael Hall, Mercury. And then somewhere in the corner is Ali Sheedy whining about not being noticed, kind of the Chironic wound, because I have Chiron right there in the same degree. So, but anyway, Mercury is the brainy kid, the Anthony Michael Hall. Um, and Mercury is known for being very logical, not intuitive, like, planets like Neptune or the moon. They're very much about feeling and being intuitive, not Mercury generally. Although Mercury likes to go back and forth and kind of play all sides. He gets he gets around. She gets around. Mercury is both male and female at times. It's transgender. So, but it's about your mind, thought, logic, reasoning. It also, communication can be not just you want to start something on social media, but also how you express yourself, the way you write, the way you speak, your writing. So, um, how good are you at learning? That's an element of Mercury. Mercury is very versatile, and very adaptable. Has a lot of knowledge and information. Um, you, Mercury can be very clever, but that cleverness isn't always used in the most positive way. Sometimes Mercury can be known as the trickster, um, and can really deceive you, mislead you. But he's also the magician, so known as the magician. So he can also, uh, you know, I think of the tarot card for the magician. Uh, as above, so below. So there's that element of Mercury too. He's kind of a wild card that really acts as a helper for everybody else. So he's good at like connecting the dots between planets, being the go between, but very smart, very curious. That's another quality of Mercury. And he seems to really like technology, not so much the touchy feely type, concrete, concrete things, logical things, things that, well, Mercury considers logical. So, um, and the signs that Mercury rules are Gemini and Virgo. So that's a little tidbit to know in Hellenistic astrology, because that is what I focus on, Hellenistic astrology, which is so ancient. before these modern planets were discovered. So the associations do not include Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. They weren't discovered during Hellenistic astrology. And that seems to be a trend in astrology. You have your modern astrologers that focus on astrology or evolutionary astrology. Everybody has a different approach. Hellenistic is mine. So, and I started with modern astrology and I've kind of moved into the Hellenistic side. So that gives you a basic overview of Mercury, and I hope that is helpful for you. Certainly helpful for me. I can't talk. So it's I'm being restricted from talking. It's Saturday, Saturn's day, and my Saturn and Mercury are right on the same degree in Pisces, which is also Mercury's detriment. So I have to really work to be able to communicate and speak. So I hope that was helpful. It was certainly helpful for me to review. And I will see you in the next video. Hopefully. All right. Bye bye.